Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first day of our second annual campaign supporting NPH USA. My name is Molly Boyum, and I'm the Chief Development Officer. Thank you for your support in this campaign. It goes without saying, we could not do this without you. We won't take up a lot of your time this evening. We just want to say hello, thank you, and share with you a few helpful tools that will support your goals. This year, we've added a new user-friendly giving platform and a whole month of activities for you and your friends to participate in. Before I go any further, I just want to say if you have any questions, please ask it in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. And of course, feel free to say hi in the chat section as well in the bottom of your screen. So last year, together, we achieved great things with our campaign, such as providing more scholarship opportunities. We fed our communities, and we provided much needed healthcare for our kids and the communities they live in. And I'm confident that with your support, we will achieve even more for our mission this year, such as our Girls Empowerment Program, Sustainability, and Education programs. And you will see all the 7 different areas of need in just a bit. Our goal with your help is to welcome 200 plus new donors and raise $100,000 to support the children and young adults who are a part of our NPH family. Before we move on, I just want to say thank you again. We are so blessed to have each of you supporting our mission, so thank you. And I would now like to introduce our CEO, Frank Donahue, to say a few words. Frank?
Thanks, Molly. Thank you, Molly. It's great to be here tonight. And I too want to join my echoing Molly's thank you for all of you becoming campaigners and involved in this project. As Molly said, our goal is 100,000. But our other goal is to recruit 200 new storytellers, because we are, as we know, the voices of our kids. Without you, without us, the children remain voiceless. Today, I think we look around and we see a world that's somewhat voiceless. We can't look at the events of George Floyd, can't look at the events of Corona and 100,000 dead people, and think something has to be different. And it's true for our children as well. When Father Wasson founded the organization, he founded a kid that stole from him. And rather than putting the kid in jail, he spent a life raising that kid up, along with tens of thousands of other kids. That's the challenge we all face today in the world we live in today, to look at injustice and create justice. That's what Father Wasson's commitment was. And that's our commitment to our kids, to create a world better, that they have better opportunities to achieve great things. So I really do want to thank you. That message of creating 200 new storytellers and telling the story of our kids is absolutely critical to making this campaign a success and to making NPH what it can and is called to be. So thanks for joining this. I know it's going to be a great campaign and the calendar's super. And again, thank you everybody for your participation. Let's pray for our kids and pray for the world around us that's suffering so much right now. I'm going to pass it on to my colleague, Xavier.
Hi, actually, I'm going to take the next swing. My name is Ross Eggy. I am the Northwest Regional Director here. I want to join Molly and Frank. Thank you all for taking the time to be with us tonight. I'm just going to take a quick moment and share my screen, walk you through how the online platform works so you know what tools are available to you as you try and help us share those stories and share this work. But thank you for taking this time. I know the world is in a very weird place at the moment, so I appreciate all of you taking the time to be with us and think about the world beyond our borders as well. So with that, I'm going to share my screen. If you'll bear with me a quick moment and ensure that technology works in our favor. Here we go. I'm going to assume everyone can see that. Somebody chime in, yell at me if you can't. This is our annual campaign platform, the online page that we will be using. I will go to the main page here. I'm sorry, I was on another tab there, but this is the landing page here. You'll see that we are, it's a countdown of 28 days until the end of the campaign. We already have 5 gifts in and $560. I just wanted to walk through a little bit about how this page works and what some of the tools that are available. And please do put your questions in the Q&A. Happy to answer anything as it comes up a little bit later. So as you scroll down here, there is an opportunity throughout the campaign, if you have other friends that you're reaching out to who want to join you as a campaigner, very easily to click the Be a Campaigner button and follow that. As you scroll down, there's some language and messaging here, but also a progress bar that will continue to go up as we raise money towards our goal. At the bottom here, you'll see areas of need. These are specific pages that if you know someone who's specifically interested in girls empowerment, you can click on this page and send them this particular link and ask them to support you, support the work that you like, that you think that they'll be interested in by sharing this particular page. There's some really interesting tools at the bottom here for sharing. For example, if you click text here, just want to show this to anyone who might not be aware. You can enter your name in here and enter in the phone numbers of all your friends and family very easily, and then it will send a text right here. You can edit your bubble, your text message, and send it out to everyone all at once if you'd like to encourage friends to support that way. You can do so with Facebook, email as well. And with that, I'm gonna go back to the main page, and then I wanna highlight a few other things. One, another great tool as you're sharing this with people. There's some great stories, great quotes from some of our students, our young adults who've been impacted by the work that you all helped to make possible here, as well as stories and quotes from some of our supporters from around the country to also share why people join us in this support. So that is there. The new exciting thing is the activities tab here. You'll see we have a full month of activities, lots of different opportunities to get engaged, to invite your friends, family, random strangers to join us for salsa classes, trivia nights, join us in some online kind of traction building activities with World Environment Day or Best Friend Day. There's a lot of different opportunities, and each one of those has a link where you can register and follow. So that's what we have as far as the website goes. I do want to show you briefly how you as campaigners are going to get credit for the work that you're helping us do. Chuck is going to walk us through in a moment some of the incentives that are built in for you, apart from obviously supporting the children. But if I click areas of greatest need and go to make a $50 donation, fill this out. Once I'm done filling in my card information, which I've already done a couple times here, I can click who my campaigner was, who invited me to the cause. And as I click that person will then get credit for my donation, and that will all go towards your individual goals and incentives as well. So as I exit out of this, we'll go back here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and click here. This is the toolkit for you as campaigners, with a lot of you'll find a lot of the different information that you need for social media, as well different banners for social media and things if you would like to use those, language, and more information about how you can invite others to join. So with that, I'm actually going to pass this off briefly to Chuck, who's going to walk us through for you our campaigner flyer here and some of the information about the incentives that you'll all be helping to work towards. So Chuck.
Thanks, Ross. And good evening, everyone. Ross, if you would please keep that screen up. Yep. And because we're going to talk a little bit about the incentives that we've built in for this, for campaigners. But first, let me just say that the purpose of our annual campaign is twofold: to raise much needed funds for the programs of NPH and to bring new people, new donors into the NPH family. And so with that in mind, we have created a generous incentive program designed to reward our annual campaigners to raise funds and acquire new donors. This program is based on both the individual and the collective efforts of campaigners. Individually, for every new donor that you successfully bring on board, you will receive one ticket for a drawing for 2 free NPH USA directed trips to NPH homes in 2021. In addition, for increasing dollar targets that you personally achieve, you will receive increasing credits on purchases of NPH USA merchandise, such as mugs, apparel, etc., And you can get that through our web partner, Still for Life, and there's a link right there in that document. Collectively, if NPH USA achieves certain targets of new donors and total dollars raised, campaigners who bring in new donors and or who raise at least $500 will receive additional tickets for the drawing for the 2 free NPH USA directed trips to NPH homes in 2021. We hope that these incentives motivate you to aim high and generate lots of gifts from lots of donors, both new and not so new. And now I'd like to ask Xavier Walker, Regional Director of our Southwest region, to come on and provide additional information of importance to annual campaigners. Xavier?
Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate that. I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about what it means to be a campaigner and walk through our annual campaign toolkit. So as Ross is bringing that up, I just want to remind everyone, if you have any questions, please hover your mouse at the bottom of the screen. In the middle of your screen there's a Q&A button, and you can type your questions there, and we will take some questions live right in a few minutes as we wrap up. So this is a really great document that is available online, or it's obviously in printer version. The front page just talks about our kickoff, which is happening right now. It talks about the length of the campaign, which is the entire month of June. And it gives you some verbiage about the annual campaign, why it's so important, and what Frank and Molly alluded to. This is really about our friends, our colleagues, our supporters, the people we're closest with here at NPH, all of you that are on the call tonight, bringing your friends, your church members, your neighbors, your friends, your family involved with our organization. During the annual campaign, we're really targeting quantity of gifts, right? The dollar size is really important. Also, we do have that $100,000 goal that we're trying to reach, but the idea is to mobilize people, right? So whatever donors can give is really important. This is a great way for us to acquire new donors and bring people closer to our mission. Page 2 is a calendar, and you can print this page, and you can see some of the things that we're doing throughout the entire month of the campaign. So if someone is new to NPH, or you went on a trip to one of our homes with someone a few years back and they haven't been as involved, or they don't know anything about it, a salsa night or a margarita challenge or best friend day or a dance class or the book reading, those are great opportunities to invite people to quick 30-minute or an hour virtual events that people can do from their living rooms, from their kitchens, from wherever they are in the world. You can invite people to participate in these events, and they're listed on the website, but also this is a printable version right here on the calendar that you can share. The next page is really great. This lists about 25 places or people that you can ask. A big question last year, as Molly alluded to, last year was our first year doing the annual campaign. This is our second annual. It is a national campaign, so all of us are involved in it. And this is a great brainstorming list. I would employ you to print this guide, particularly this page, and just take a few minutes to look at these. Some of these sections may not apply to you. Some of them may not be things that you're involved with. But if you are, it's a great starting point. And these are all places. Think of the annual campaign. Any place you spend money, it's okay to ask people to give to a cause that you care about. So this just gives you a quick guide and a great brainstorming sheet. The next page just is a simple reminder. The last 2 pages are simple reminders of share our story. You can tweet about us, post us on Facebook, share a YouTube video we may post. There's a sample email. Ross let you guys know that with the platform, the website we're using, again, that link is nphusa.org/AC2020 for annual campaign 2020. you can, right from that website, you can tweet about our campaign, you can text it out, you can email it out. Here is some verbiage that you can use, some keywords, and some hashtags and some other information that you can use when posting on social media. So with that, I think that we will turn it over to any questions that you all may have. If you haven't asked any questions yet and you have one, please feel free to add it now into the Q&A, and the panelists and I will come back on screen here and answer any questions that you all may have.
So, good evening, everyone. I'm Tempe. I have a couple of questions here. I've been monitoring the Q&A section, and it does look like we had a couple that came in. So we'll field it to the team to respond. And it sounds like last year someone participated and they created a fundraising page. Is that an option for this year? And what's the best way to reach my network? So maybe Ross, do you want to just review that where they can review on the site?
Yes, I'm happy to do that. Jennifer is going to help share the screen here. And so Jennifer, if you can go to Toolkit, actually, and guide you through here as it works. The annual campaign flyer, it looks like you have at the top there, Jennifer, as one of your tabs. I'll explain that. If the toolkit, let's see. There we go. So if you click on the campaigner, Jennifer, there you go. Perfect. If you click on that, it's like we're having a few technical difficulties with the specific browser, maybe.
Ross, I'm wondering if we can bring up the annual campaign flyer that's on the top of Jennifer's screen. With that
would be great. Yeah.
The tab all the way up to the top, the internet tab that you have open that's marked annual campaign flyer.
There you go. That one. There. Okay. So here with this, you can see some of the different ways you can share. We don't have within this case, in the past we used Mobile Cause, which allowed you to create your own fundraiser. Facebook allows you to do that very easily now. This platform allows you to easily share to Facebook, which is why we've created some of the hashtags, some of the different links, and some of the different banners that you can use to include in your Facebook posts, encouraging your social network to join you in supporting the cause. Ideally, we want as many people to visit the annual campaign page as possible. So by sharing it through this platform, it will redirect them back to it when they click. So there are, as I mentioned before, on the main annual campaign page, if Jennifer, right here, if you click on, yes, click on that, click on the main thing there. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the areas of need again, those different tiles that show COVID-19 response, education, all of these things. As you're looking at those, all of those are specific areas of need that if you would like to personalize your and provide a further focus to your community of what you're trying to support, this is where you can do that by clicking any of these particular tabs and then sharing through the sharing tool below at the bottom of each of those pages. You can share that directly to Facebook. Also, after, if any of you make a donation yourself of any amount, as soon as you've done that, it will invite you to share right to Facebook if you use Facebook, right there to invite other folks to join you in that. So those are some of the ways that you can use this platform and the tools that are here. I mentioned the text ability as well, but we're not using a separate platform like Mobile Cause like we've done in the past. We will be tracking your progress, your individual progress as campaigners, and we'll be in touch with you as you need to know, as we go throughout the month to see where you are against your goal and how active your networks are being in participation. So I hope that helps to answer that question.
Yeah, great. Thank you. We have a couple more coming in. Gabe is asked, is there a minimum or maximum donation amount? Molly, would you like to answer that?
There is not. You can donate $10. You can donate $1 million. It's all appreciated. Thanks, Gabe.
Ours is more appreciated.
Okay, great. And we've got another question. If someone attends and signs up for an event, will that be considered a donation to the annual campaign? Chuck, can I send that to you?
You bet. Thanks, Tempe. And the answer to that is absolutely. So any event that's taking place during the month of June will be credited toward the campaign.
Okay, great. And if for some reason we haven't answered your question, please, type it into the chat and we'll make sure that we get the information to you. And we did, someone else who participated last year and said, if the campaign runs for 1 month and we don't reach our goal, will the time be extended? Molly, would you like to answer that one as well?
Sure. The campaign is 4 weeks long. It started today and goes through June 30th, and I'm very confident that we are going to reach our goal by June 30th. Thank you.
Okay, great. And then it looks like Meg has asked, what is the most successful practice for campaigners and how did that work in 2019? Xavier, do you have, could you answer that one?
Sure. I would say last year is very different than this year because the world that we're living in today. But I would say the most successful practice was just simply word of mouth. I mean, people really got out there. They went to daily mass, they went to their dentist, they went to the florist, wherever they went. They asked for a gift. And some people got $50 gifts, or my favorite last year was $65 gifts or $100 gifts or whatever those levels were. But people just made simple asks like, I'm involved in this annual campaign. This is why I'm passionate about this organization. And will you help support our mission? And it's truly just word of mouth. So people in your neighborhood, people where you're spending money, it's really just asking the people that you're connected to.
Tempe, do you mind if I jump in and just simply say another way to ensure success is to get an early start and not wait until the end. I think that what happens is that some folks that wait and they make their contacts and you get down to the last few days of the campaign, and then all of a sudden there's no real good time for follow-up. And so the more that you can reach out early and perhaps do follow-up later in the campaign rather than reaching out at the end, I think the better.
Okay, perfect. That kind of ties into the next question. Someone has asked, how will we stay informed about the status of the campaign and what communication and how will I communicate with my contacts? Xavier, I'm going to send that one over to you.
Sure. So we'll be sending out weekly emails every Monday. So all of you will be get some new campaign materials weekly that you can literally just press forward on your email and send it out to your email contacts that way. You'll get some really nice 30-second videos that you'll be able to share and that people will be able to watch that will give them a great idea of what we do. All of that will start on June the 8th and you'll receive it weekly from there. And also the platform that we have, it's really easy, as I mentioned and Ross mentioned, it's really easy to share out. If you go onto that website, again, it's nphusa.org/AC2020. It's really great to text, tweet, or share on Facebook right from there, or email. So there's a lot of ways to stay in contact with your campaigners. And then it's so important also that when people are making gifts that they choose your name from that drop-down menu so we can track our team success and your individual success throughout the campaign. But you can always call on the website. All of our office numbers are listed. Call us, email us anytime. We're happy to answer any questions you may have. But you'll be hearing from us a lot, at least once a week. And we'll also schedule, and you'll all be invited to a midway check-in call, similar to this one, that will be held the beginning of the 3rd week of June, to kind of give a midway report. And then obviously we'll celebrate with a big Zoom fiesta at the end of the campaign.
Mhm. And it looks like we've come to the last of our questions and right to the very end. We have one more question maybe before we wrap up here. Someone has asked, will we be told weekly how and which one of our people have made gifts so we can thank them? Ross, do you want to take that one?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question again? I was looking.
Sure. Will we be told weekly which of our people who have made gifts so we can thank them?
Yes. So you can working with your local regional office. We have a designated team member in each office who's able to pull those reports actively. So if you want an update, we can push those out to you once a week. And I think that's the general plan. But if you would like an update more specific to your timeline and your activities, let us know. We'll work with you. We want to make sure you know how your community is doing, how your network is doing. So please do just shoot us a quick message. Let us know if you want an updated report. We can run that for you very quickly. So yes, we'll keep you as informed as possible.
Great. So that has all the questions in queue. So again, I would anticipate, if anyone does have any additional questions, as Ross mentioned, you can reach out to your local office and we're here to support and follow up as you get familiar with the site or you're starting to reach out and hear from friends. Please feel free to always connect with us to ask any additional questions you might have about the campaign.
I think that brings us right to the end of our 30 minutes here. So that worked out really well with the number of questions. And I want to say thank you to all of my colleagues for helping, the colleagues that you see and the colleagues that you don't see. There's a bunch of us, but I really want to say thank you to everyone who's on the Zoom call. You're making such a big difference to our mission, to our kids at the home. So just can't say thank you enough. We really appreciate everything that you do. And if anyone is looking for something to do Thursday evening, I've got a couple slots on my trivia team open. So just let me know, and happy to add you. So, but thank you everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Molly. Thanks, everybody.